Hey there everybody, it's Mecha Draco coming to you with a first look at Hellion. Hellion is an early access game that came out here not too recently. It's a multiplayer early access space survival game. You might notice as soon as I start out here in the video, there's even someone on the game already who immediately says, "Hey," you can, as just to show you guys that it is in fact a multiplayer game. We even walk up right up to the cryopod right in front of us, and you can see that I can invite just about anybody I want into the game. I'm going to go ahead and let the game pretty much speak for itself in this video, but I am going to make a few comments here and there. I certainly hope you guys enjoy, and here you go. One of the things I liked about this game the most is that it's so detailed. There are so many compartments, so many different things to look at, so many different places to go, and you got to look in every location to find every little nook and cranny. As you can see there, I looked up and I found like some ammo and stuff like that. Don't have a gun yet, but I did find some ammo for it if I ever do find one. Probably the one part about this game I like the most is the fact that every system requires parts to be maintained and repaired. And in this instance, for example, we don't have any filters for our air filter, so we have to go and get some. I happen to know that there are some filters in this particular box right there, so I go and pick them up and go and put it into the filter. But as you can see, I already knew that I needed that. Also, you may have noticed that I put out a distress signal, and somebody may have noticed that already. Someone in the multiplayer actually already noticed that I put out that distress signal and made a comment about it. I didn't comment back because I was too busy trying to record at the time, but it was interesting to see that they actually could even see my distress signal so quickly. This is our first EVA that we've done on this particular run, and it is one of the funnest things to do in this game so far as is going on EVAs. That is, in case you weren't sure, just basically going out into space. I don't remember the actual wording for the acronym, so I'll get back to you on that. But as you can see, there's a module off to my right, and then obviously, as you can see, we're going towards a ship here that seems to just be floating out there in space. Right now, the only thing that you can basically do is pretty much explore and, of course, survive by maintaining your ship's parts and other things like that. But you can, in fact, create an entire station if that's something you want to do. Now, you may notice I'm taking slow bursts up to the ship. That way I don't end up flying past it. And unfortunately, because the game is a rather high-end in demand when it comes to graphics, you might notice there's a little skipping along the way to get up to it. Just trying to load in all the different things that are inside of the ship as I get closer to it. As you can probably also tell, there is no loading screens with these things. I'm going to transition from the module to the ship with one load, not having any issues at all. Unfortunately, I lagged a little here, so I ended up having to depressurize the video, or depressurize the airlock a couple of times before it actually started taking it. But you can see that this is an actual working airlock. You have to actually full on depressurize it before you can open the door. And I think that's just these intricate details like this in this game is exactly what I love. And it's what I want to see like in games like Star Citizen. But since Hellion has it already, I say play it. I say play it until we get something better. And this is just one of those things that I just absolutely love. And the sounds, you'll be able to hear it here in just a moment. Right there, that sound of the door closing and the all that, the air flowing into the room with no into a vacuum like this with this airlock. It just sounds so awesome. I do apologize again for the lag. I'm not really 100% sure what happened there. I've been doing recordings all day with this thing. It hasn't lagged once. This is the first time it's lagged, so it's a little annoying, but I really enjoyed this one. It came out perfect, so I'm going to keep it on this one. And as you can see, as we get with more oxygen into and more atmosphere into it, we can actually start hearing more and more. And then as it fully gets in, we can actually open the door that's right underneath us, and we can just hop right into the ship. And just like the station, the ship has all the same elements. It has like the power supply, it has the life support systems. You want to make sure you activate all of those just like you would anything else. All of these systems, no matter what you get on, whether it be a module, a ship, they all have their own parts and they all have their own things that you need to work on to make sure they maintain and fix and repair. And it's just one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Look, we even found a gun for that ammo I found, and an even bigger supply of ammo it looks like. But hey, you know, whatever we need. As you can probably guess, there are in fact players on the team as you are on the game, just like the way you can see them constantly talking. Fact of the matter is that you never know when you might need that gun. I mean, this is a survival game. Let's face it, people like to kill other people. Yeah, like I said before, though, every part has its own thing, and you do want to make sure everything is maintained. But something I did really love about this is that you don't even necessarily have to be very good at the game to be able to guess what's basically wrong, what part is wrong. As you can see here, we have a little part status thing. It says green is working properly, yellow is replacement advised, and red is defective. So that basically makes it so that you can replace a part at just simply glancing at it. Now, I certainly hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I certainly hope to make more of these in the coming future. I'm probably going to make a couple of tutorial videos or something along those lines. This game is just a really awesome game, and I really appreciate the developers' design on this. I certainly hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, good luck out there, and don't forget to have fun.